Strange how life teaches patience. Not through calm lessons or gentle reminders, but through waiting, long, uncomfortable waiting. There was a boy named Arjun. He wasn't special in any way, just someone trying to figure life out. He had dreams, big ones. He wanted to be a musician. He imagined himself on stage, lights shining, people singing along. He could almost feel it. So one day he bought a guitar. It wasn't expensive, just something he could afford. He thought he'd learn fast. He thought talent would carry him. But when he started, it was nothing like he imagined. His fingers hurt. The strings buzzed. Every chord sounded wrong. He practiced for hours, but it still didn't sound right. After a few weeks, he got frustrated. He told himself, maybe I'm just not good enough. And he stopped. The guitar sat in the corner for months, collecting dust. Every time he looked at it, he felt a mix of guilt and disappointment. He thought about giving it away. But one night, after a long day, he picked it up again. Not to perform, not to impress anyone, just to play. He strummed a few chords, and for the first time it didn't sound that bad. It wasn't perfect, but it was something. That's when it hit him. Progress doesn't always look like progress. Sometimes it's slow, quiet, and invisible. We live in a world that celebrates speed. Everyone wants quick results, fast success, fast healing, fast everything. But real growth doesn't work like that. It's not a race. It's a rhythm. Arjun started practicing again, but this time he didn't rush. He didn't count how many songs he could play. He just focused on one thing, showing up every day. Some days he played well, some days he didn't. But he kept going. And slowly something changed. His fingers stopped hurting. The chords started sounding cleaner. The music began to flow. That's the thing about slow progress. It's hard to notice when you're in it, but one day you look back and realize how far you've come. There's a word that describes this kind of steady change: gradualism. It simply means that real change happens step by step, not all at once. Arjun didn't become a rock star overnight. But he became something better. Consistent. And that consistency built confidence. One evening, his friends asked him to play at a small get-together. He hesitated at first, but then he said yes. He played a simple song. Nothing fancy, just honest. When he finished, everyone clapped. Not because it was perfect, but because it was real. That night, he realized something important. Slow progress doesn't mean no progress. It means you're building something that lasts. But even after that, there were days when he felt stuck again. Days when he thought, I'm not improving anymore. That's the hardest part, when you're doing everything right but nothing seems to move. There's another word for that stage: inchoate. It means something that has just begun, not yet fully formed. His progress was inchoate, incomplete, unseen but real. Sometimes growth hides. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't post updates. It just quietly builds strength beneath the surface. Arjun didn't know it then, but every small step, every rejection, every delay, every quiet morning was shaping him. He was learning patience, resilience, and something even deeper: peace. Months later, he got a chance to play at a cafe. It wasn't a big stage, but it mattered to him. He practiced for weeks, not to be perfect, but to be present. When the day came, he walked onto that small stage with calmness. He wasn't nervous. He wasn't chasing applause. He just wanted to play. He started with a soft tune, one he had written during his lowest days. The crowd went silent. They listened. And when he finished, they clapped, not because it was flawless, but because it was honest. That's what slow progress does. It changes you quietly. It teaches you to stop measuring your worth by how fast you move. It teaches you to trust your own timing. There's a word that captures that calm: equanimity. It means staying balanced and composed even when things don't go your way. Equanimity is what Arjun carried into that room, the quiet confidence that said, "I'm still moving even if no one sees it." After that night, Arjun didn't become famous. He didn't go viral. But he kept playing. He taught kids how to play guitar. He played at small events. He wrote songs that only a few people heard. And he was happy, because he finally understood. Slow progress isn't about reaching the finish line. It's about learning to love the walk. Sometimes life feels like that guitar. You keep trying, but it doesn't sound right. You keep showing up, but nothing seems to change. But underneath all that frustration, something is forming: strength, patience, and self-trust. So if you're in that phase right now, where things feel slow, where results aren't showing, don't give up. Keep showing up. Keep practicing. Keep believing that small steps still count. Because one day you'll look back and realize that every slow, quiet effort was leading you somewhere beautiful. Progress doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. And that whisper, that small, steady movement, is what changes everything. Maybe your story isn't about speed. Maybe it's about staying. Maybe it's about showing up when no one's watching. Maybe it's about trusting that even when life feels still, something inside you is growing. So take a breath. Look at where you are. You're not behind. You're not stuck. You're just becoming. And one day you'll look back and realize that slow progress was never a delay. It was the foundation. Keep going. Even slow progress is still progress.